hello, I think I can show you how to answer these two probability questions by sketching it out, but also thinking about formulas. So in the first question, we have that there are 6 ways to get from city A to city B, and then 4 ways to get from city B to city D. The question is, how many ways are there to get from city A to city C? Well, assuming that we have to go from city A to city C and go through city B, imagine that we have a grid here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways to go from A to B in the cities, but then these 4 represent the number of ways to go from city B to city C. As a result, we should have 4 ways. So even if I choose way 1 from A to B, I get 4 choices. Way 2 from city A to B, I still have 4 other choices, and so on. So these are going to be independent events. So independent events, we just multiply the number of ways. So there should be 6 times 4, which should be 24 ways. So that ends problem 1. Now, let's switch to board number 2 for problem 2. If there are 6 different pears, John wants to buy 3 different pears. How many choices does he have? Well, suppose we make the problem simpler. Suppose there's 4 different pears and John wants to choose 3 unique ones. He would choose 4 pears and he would choose a group of 3. So suppose the pears were labeled A, B, C, and D. Suppose this was our set. This was our set, so to say, of pairs. Okay? So we could either choose pairs A, B, and C, A, B, and D, A, C, and D, or B, C, and D. If you think about, those are the only possible combinations. And the reason I say combinations is because that's exactly the word we want to use. This is what we're going to call a combination formula. So a combination, only what matters is the data that you choose, not the order. Because A, B, C in terms of the pairs would be the same thing as BAC or CAB or so on. No switching the order is going to make any difference. So the order does not matter. So the formula for a combination, it's often written NCR. It's out of N things, choose R things. In other words, out of a group of N, form a group of R things. So we should have N factorial over R factorial minus times N minus R factorial. Now that's just the formula for a combination. Combination is often also written like this, N over R with a parenthesis. So if you were to do 4 pairs and you choose 3, 4 factorial over 3 factorial times 4 minus 3 factorial. A factorial means you multiply everything all the way down to 1, starting with that number as integers. So you should have 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 3 times 2 times 1 over 1 factorial. Now 1 factorial is just 1. So notice everything cancels here except for the 4. So that's why we have 4 ways right here. Okay, so let's perform the same calculation, but now let's do 6, choose 3 to finally finish our answer, which again is sometimes written as 6, 3 like this. Now, by the way, most modern calculators perform this. If you go to like a Texas Instruments calculator, you can go to Math, and then you can go to the PRB, the probability menu, and you can put in NCR. So I typed in 6 and then NCR and then 3, and I got my answer, and my answer was 20. Okay? So you can work this out by hand, but you should get exactly equals to 20 choices. 20 choices of 3 unique pairs from a group of 6. Thank you for your attention.